morning. Today you guys are going to talk about group health insurance. So group health insurance is insurance that is purchased as a group. Typically your company will purchase it. And the reason they do this is because it often costs less to purchase a large amount for many employees rather than requiring each individual employee to cover themselves. Okay, so businesses often play a part of the insurance cost or premium, and the employee pays the remaining part or the remaining amount. Okay, so in order to determine what the employee's share is going to be, you're going to multiply the annual amount times the employee's percent. And then sometimes it'll want to know how much is deducted each pay period. So that'll be those keywords again: monthly, semi-monthly, weekly, and bi-weekly. All right, so our first example, we have Nadine as a carpenter. She has family medical coverage through Ozarks Group Medical Plan. The annual cost of Nadine's family membership is $9,800. The company pays 75% of the cost. How much does she have deducted from her biweekly paycheck for medical insurance? Okay, so think about that for a minute. If she didn't have her company paying some of this, almost 10 grand out of pocket just to have coverage. Okay, so that's why it's so important to try and get these group health insurance if possible. It really can save you a ton of money. Okay, so her company is paying 75% of the cost. So we need to go ahead and find out what her payment is going to be. Okay, so 100% is the whole minus what the company is going to pay for. So her employer is paying 75%. So go ahead and subtract. So Nadine is left to pay 25% of the cost. So now that we have that, we're going to find what her total amount will be for the year. So we're going to take her annual amount. The annual amount was $9,800. And we're going to multiply by her percent that she has to pay. So the percent that she's left to pay for is that 25%, 4 times 0.25. And when you multiply these, you'll find that she has to pay out of pocket $2,450. Still quite a bit of money, but much, much less than that $9,800. Okay, so this is how much she pays annually or all year. And the question wants to know what is deducted from her bi-weekly paycheck. So remember, bi-weekly is that 26. So we're going to take her annual amount, or $2,450, and we're going to divide by the number of pay periods. Bi-weekly, 26. So 2,450 divided by 26, and you'll find that she's left to pay $94.23 per pay period. Okay, so that's not terrible. Every 2 weeks she pays about $100. All right, concept check number 1. Same idea. We're going to go ahead and find the deduction per pay period. So the annual cost is $6,570, and the employer pays 70%. And we want to know 12 pay periods. So 12 pay periods we know is they're paid monthly. Okay, so you're going to start the problem the same way. 100% minus your 70%. 100 minus 70, they're left to pay 30% of the costs. They pay $6,570 per year. That's how much it's charged. And they pay 30% of that, or times 0.30. And when you multiply these two, you'll get $1,971. So that's how much it costs annually. We want to find for the pay periods what's deducted. So the deduction per pay period, we're going to take that $1,971 and divide by 12. because we have 12 pay periods. So once you divide, you'll find this person pays per pay period $164.25. Okay, so that's how you calculate it when you have all the information you're looking for. Number 2, you will see again, so if you do want to take a second and do that on your own, feel free. All right, so now we have an algebra problem. So when we have an algebra problem, remember, we always want to think about what is missing or what variable we need to use. So Kim pays $115.80 per month for her group medical insurance. So that's that final answer we have here. So we're going to be working backwards. Her employer pays 55% of the cost. How much is the annual premium for Kim's health insurance? So we want that big grand total. All right, so you're going to start the same way. We got to find how much Kim is left to pay, what percent she's left to pay. So 100 minus 55%, and Kim is left to pay 45%. Please double check these percents. It's very easy to subtract in your head and drop a number or not borrow or whatever it may be. So just double check them because it'll throw off the rest of your problem. All right, step 2, it says it wants us to let A be the annual premium for Kim's health insurance. So that large number. And then it shows us the formula we're going to use. So we're going to start with the employee's percent. So the employee's percent that they have to pay is 45%, so 0.45, times the annual premium. It tells us the annual premium to let it be A, because that's our unknown. And we're going to be dividing by the number of pay periods per year. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. I'll come back to that. And we know it's going to equal the deduction per pay period. The deduction per pay period we already know is the $115.80. All right, so it's not going to let me just do that one side. So this 0.45A should be divided by the number of pay periods per year. Okay, so just keep that in mind. In this case, it should be over 12 because it's $115.80 per month. Okay, so ignore this underlining here. It won't let me just make that fraction. So I guess I'll rewrite it like this. Kind of messy though. All right, so write yours as a fraction if you can. Our goal is to get the 0.45A by itself. So right now it's being divided by 12. So in order to get rid of the 12, or in order to undo it, or the inverse operation of division is multiplication. So we need to multiply both sides by 12. So when you multiply this side by 12, you're left with 0.45A. And then you also need to multiply your 115.80 times 12. And when you multiply that times 12, you have $1,389.60. Our goal is still to get A by itself, so right now we have multiplication going on between these two. So in order to undo, we need to use the inverse operation. So the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So you need to divide both sides by 0.45. So if I divide this by 0.45, they divide to 1, so I'm left with A equals. And then I'm going to divide the $1,389.60 by 0.45 as well. And you should get $3,088.00. Okay, so her cost for the insurance all year, not just hers, I shouldn't say it like that, the total cost for the insurance, the annual premium for the health insurance is $3,088 per year. Okay, so those are your notes for today. Please take these on paper if you didn't. You're going to see some of these questions show up again. So like I said, this number 2 you're going to see, as well as 3 and 4. Now that you've completed the notes, go ahead and complete the quizzes assignment. The quizzes assignment will be graded, so make sure you're taking your time to complete them. Do not just guess. You get 1 attempt, so make sure you take your time on the problems. Okay? Have a good day, guys.